This is the 2.1 guided practice with Mr. V. It's about intro to graphs, and I'm going to be doing all of them. All right, so for the first one here, what information can you determine from the graph? The title tells you what Trina's trip is, right? That's literally all you got to put. If you wanted to, you could put distance over time or how long it took, but the title tells you that it's about Trina's trip. And that's normally found on the top. The axes tell you that the graph relates to the variable of blank to the variable of blank. So we know that we have an x and a y, so it would be time to the variable of distance. Describe how the variables relate in this graph. So this is something we'll get into later, but if you want, you can draw a trend line between the majority of the points, and you can see this is a negative trend line, so going down. So over time, so like this right here, like the farther we go or the more time we have, so over time, the distance of the distance to Trina's destination decreases or gets smaller. And there, if you'll notice, I used that variable of time and I used the variable of destination. All right, so what are the variables in each graph? So describe how the variables are related at various points. So I'm just going to do a trend line. So just like I said, just go right through the middle of all the points here. And that gives you like what kind of trend or what the graph is actually like telling you. So on this third one here, it doesn't really seem to be one because it would almost be like that. But we won't worry about that one. Right now, let's just worry about the first one. So this one we have tiles and we have time, right? So those are the two variables, and then we describe how the variables are related at various points. So the variables are related to this tiling job is that more tiles are installed over time or as time increases. Sorry, bad handwriting. Or as time goes on. So there's several different ways you can word this. But as you can see, like the more time goes, the more tile goes. So these are different points on the graph. And if you go to any of these, it'll be more tiles over more time. All right, Dion's growth chart. So we have a positive trend line. So as he gets older, he gets taller. So as Dion ages, he increases his overall height. All right, so on the third one, we have the height. It increases over time, and then it starts to decrease over time. So the kicked football, so I guess you could say the punt or whatever you want to call it. So the football increases in height. And then what does it do? So it increases in height here, and then reaches a plateau. Or I guess you could say this point right here where it reaches the ceiling that it's going to go for height, then decreases over time. So that's just like a punt, I guess you could say, in football. Let's talk about soccer, but we'll just go with football at this one. All right, match each graph with related table. So I know my trend line here is positive. This one looks to be something, if I were to put it in the middle, it'd be like that. And then this one is this about right here. So I have, actually, if I were to, this one is negative, but if I have all these points here, I guess you could say the trend line would be something like that. All right, so we just need to match the variables, I'm sorry, not the variables, the graphs to the information. So day 160 were sold, so that's about the middle of the numbers. 45, and then it goes down, and then it goes down some more, and then it goes up. So we start somewhere higher up, go down, and then go up. So I would say it's this one. Go down, and then go up. So this one would be B. Sorry, not B, A. So this one's good. All right, day 1, we're at 70, and then we go down, and then we go down, and then we go down. So it's a negative trend line. So I would say this one is B because it goes down, down, down. And then day C, I was just here as it goes up each time. All right, so for the next one on the next page, what are the variables in each graph and describe how the variables are related. So 7, I know that the variables are time and volume, and it's the volume of pool water. So over time, the pool volume, and what does it do? It increases here. So as time goes on, the volume increases. All right, and then 8 is temperature of water. It's a negative trend line. And I have depth and temp as my variables. So the deeper the water, the colder the temp gets. All right, and then 9. So we have time and we have height of a plant. So the plants, or the plant height, so the plant's height increases over time. So it's positive correlation between the two variables, so it increases over time. All right, sketch a graph to represent the situation, label each section. So I'd have just a graph here, something like that. You buy 2 shirts, the third one is free. So here we'll do price, and then we'll do shirts, right? So if I buy a shirt, and then I buy a shirt at certain prices, oh, hold on, let me actually redo that. Let's do price over here, because I think it'll be easier. Price and shirts. So this is 0, right? 0 shirts and 0 price. So if you just were to buy a shirt, say at this price, and then you bought another shirt at this price, your third shirt here would be free. It'd be $0. So we go from here to here to here. You warm up for gym class, play basketball, then cool down. So we need to find some variables. So we'd probably want to do this one on the x-axis as, say, time. So over time. And then maybe we'll do just, you could do like activity, you could do just gym class. So you warm up, so actually no, hold on. It's not gym class, I guess you could say. We'll just put temperature. So you start maybe around here. We'll just say that's around, basic warmth. And so you do a warm up, and it doesn't take too long. And then you play some basketball, and then you do a cool back down. So it'd be something like that. All right, and then 12. Let me erase this last one so I have some room. All right, so the temperature warms up during the day and decreases at night. My y-axis, I'll put temperature, and then I'll do time of the day, or I guess you'd say, or you could do like hours or something like that. So it warms up during the day, so we'll say it starts a little bit colder, and then it warms up, and then let's say this is like noon, or noon to 3, and it gets to its highest point, and then it decreases at night. All right, that is it. As always, if you have questions, ask or send an email. All right, have a good one, everyone.